Well, howdy guys. Well, this bowl is turquoise, got turquoise artificial rock from Starbond, and it's on a pear, and I got some other stuff in the bottom of here, so if you want to see how I made this thing, just take a gander at the video to follow. It sure is pretty. All right, see you later. Hey guys, y'all know Starbond is one of my sponsors. So they've started carrying some additional products, so they sent me some, and I'm not sure exactly what to do with them. But anyway, I went to their site, and they're on their site now. So what it is if these are like, this is artificial rock. This is, sort of a aqua color. And being artificial, I'm thinking it'll probably take sanding or turning. I'm not sure. It says right here, this is turquoise wood inlay. Now some of these others, they don't have any labels on them, I guess, because, they sent them to me. But that's some sort of brown there. And that's not that doesn't have a label either. And what is this one? That looks like, let's see that. That's more turquoise right there. Oh, it has a label also. So it's just got two that don't have labels. Now these, this is sort of neat. This is mother of pearl wood inlay. So, you can find right below is their website and my code, so you get, I think it's 10% off. I'm not sure anymore. I hadn't been turning enough lately to keep track of everything. I'm trying to get back in the groove, but it ain't easy, my friends. So I thought I'd make a small bowl with an inlay. So I went in there to my room where I keep all my wood. Now this is probably 5-6 years old, and it's pear. The only thing about it is it has a inclusion right in here, bark and right in here, right there, and it does. I got a little wax on it, it's hard to see. It runs down to about, if you can see it, about right there on that side. And on this side, it runs just about all the way through. So I'm going to put a little bit of thin CA in there. I don't know if it'll do any good or not, but I'm going to put some in there. And this will be the top of the bowl. I'm going to have a wide lip on it for the inlay. Now, I've never done one with this kind of stuff before. I've done them, with epoxy and, wood and all kinds of stuff like that, but I've never done one using this stuff. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. So that's the reason I'm going to do a fairly small bowl, so that, if I screw up, I hadn't lost that much. Because this stuff is, unfortunately, it's not real inexpensive. So you have to, use it judiciously. So anyway, I'm going to get the faceplate on. It's already got a center there. And this is going to be the bottom, and I'll start on the bottom. Just going to be the basic bowl, nothing fancy. After I soak it down with CA. Unfortunately, I don't know who saw it. Pith is right here. Now I'll get most of that out of there. It'll just be a little bit on the side of the wall, and I can reinforce it with CA glue. So it's not a real issue. They're only an issue when they travel the whole length like this does now. Let me see, where'd it go? Pith is here, but the cracks are over here. Well, that's a growth there, so I don't know. So let's get a little thin CA here. Go ahead and do that first. This is humdinger stuff, my friends. Thin CA, super thin. Super fast, super thin. So I got to go get my air turned on and see if I can't blow some of it out there with that 150 PSI. So, I don't know if this may already have something in it. I don't know. Can't really tell. Careful not slip because this knife is pretty sharp. See you after when I get the faceplate on. Y'all seen faceplates put on a jillion times, so I'm not gonna bother recording it. Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna flatten this bottom. It's a little whoppity-doo, and then I'm gonna start working it around. Could be a pretty bowl. Got a lot of figure in it. All right, what I want to do now is just come in here and I'm just going to skim it real quick to get that CA glue off. And then I'm going to take the round cutter, if I can find it. Find all these hammers and stuff. I'm going to come in here like this to make a wider lip. So let's get after it. Well, that should have done it. There's a funny smell about it for some reason. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and, I've got this sitting, I'm gonna go ahead and mark where my recess is gonna be. just right. Perfecto. Alright. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and drill my cheat hole. I can go 2.5 inches, but I'm going to stop a little over 2. That's depth I'm talking about. And that's 2.25 inch Forstner bit. Alright. Turn this dude on. Alright, I'm a little over 300. That ought to work. I always wear a glove here in case that starts to spin. I can grab it. You don't want to grab it with your bare hands. And the little gears, they hurt. Okay, that tight, that tight, that tight. No, don't want that tight. And here we go, nice and slow to begin with. Let it find its own place there. Sometimes I drill a smaller hole first. You know, I can make it do it. There you go, there you go. That ought to get it. So let's whirl it up. It's out of the way. I know it's going to be fine, but I'm going to stand out of the way anyway. That line I drew right there, that's going to be the width of my lip on top. Use the tool rest a little bit. I don't think it's going to come off. I could do away with this now. I'm going to try just a little bit more. Got a wicked crack right here, see? And I just don't want to take a chance on it going clear. This tool rest is just a hair low. There you go. That's a quick way to hollow. Yeah, that's right. That's the right word I was looking for. That's sort of pretty in there, isn't it? Well, I'm going to get rid of this. I hate to, but that's the way it goes. And the only way I can get to the rest of it real good. Yeah, pretty thick. Could take a little more out, but not too awful much. I already joined, grandson joined the funnel club last time. I don't want to join him, although I'm already a charter member. I'm thinking might go to Big Boy here. This is what I call Big Boy here. It's really heavy and really cuts down on vibration and stuff being so heavy. Plus, you know, I've got a long handle. So it's easy to come in here like this and like so. That's what we're gonna do. All right, I'm pretty much done with the inside. The only thing I lack is taking the negative rate scraper, and I got sort of a little ridge there I want to try to get rid of it. The bottom's sort of punky right in that area. I'll see if I can't smooth it up a little bit before I sand it. And then the next thing I got to decide how wide and how deep I want my inlay to be. Yes, I've never done one out of this artificial, out of this, rock or whatever it is. Before. I really don't know. I've done lots of them in using epoxy, but epoxy don't really matter that much. But this might, because I don't want to use more of it than I have to. Scraper is actually cutting pretty good. I know I'm probably in the way there, but I'm sorry about that. Oh yeah, that straightened it up. It didn't straighten it up in there, but I can do that here. And now, next thing to do is get to decide what I want to do here, and then we'll get on with the sanding of the inside. So let's see how wide I think I want this to go. How about here? Right about here. How's that sound? I guess, no matter what you're doing, you need your face shield on. They don't take but one little piece of wood to go up there and get in your eye and you're in trouble. How's that look? Pretty good. I need to put a little sealer on it. I'm going to sit my butt down for a while. Might be a pretty little bowl when it's done. So put another coat on this while I'm doing it. Well, like I said, I hadn't done this before, and I watched, what is his name, Sprague, Canadian, do this before. And I was more concerned about spilling all of these somewhere than anything. So I decided I'm gonna use a funnel. Perfect fit funnel. Just like that. So, I guess first thing to do is probably do, get them laid in there somehow. And I'm not sure. My finger here where I can take it on and off. All right. Maybe some of the rocks are bigger in my hole, huh? I made my groove too big. Pour them all in there, Larry. Oops. There you go. Got a few extras in there, but I don't guess it matters that much. So I guess what you gotta do is get them where they, they're not over the top. They're sort of even. So, the way, I think his name is Jim Sprague, I think. The way he does it, he uses super glue, super thin super glue, so I guess being it's a Starbond product, it's probably a good idea to, if I can get this off. There you go. So let's just see what we can do here. Well, good morning. Well, you know what they say about you don't learn from perfect. Well, I figure I must be one smart feller then. Because I'd had a little, I guess it's a little screw up. But what I forgot to check was remember these two cracks right here? This one and this one? Well, I should have sealed them up here with some CA glue or something because I noticed I used a little more CA than I thought I should be using. So I had all them loose pellets laying in the bottom and they're stuck pretty good now because a lot of the CA drained through them cracks into the bottom of the bowl. And the only thing that really sort of hacks me off, other than, you know, I just got in too big of a hurry, is that I had that bottom looking so pretty, so smooth. I worked on it for a long time. And now you know this is going to screw it up. So I don't have much choice. Because I don't know any other way to get them out. Other than maybe soak it with acetone and pull them out. I don't know. That might not be such a bad idea, really. Yeah, it'd get all in the wood and it'd be hard to do anything with. So I'm going to take the round cutter and just try to gently hit them. I moved it on the chuck, and you know, unless you mark your place, it's always different. I swept the floor under here. Maybe I can recover some of them. So let's just see what we got. Oh boy. Okay, I got her all sanded. Blow it out here a little bit, and then I'm going to get the sealer. We're going to seal it again. Been here, done this before, hadn't we? Already. Let that sit for a while. Well, good morning. Well, last night before I went, or well, yesterday afternoon, I put 2 coats of rub-on poly, wipe-on poly on it, and you know it looks pretty nice. It's got 3 or 4 coats of sealer underneath there of the Minwax sealer. I like to build it up a little bit to get some super smooth, because a lot of these places, you know, are in grain. You can't really get them quite as smooth as you want, so the next best thing to do is try to fill them a little bit, and that's what I use the sealer for. And it works somewhat, you know. You could keep going and get them really super smooth, but I got the majority of it. But you can still, you can sort of still feel a little bit. It doesn't have that baby bottom smooth feel to it. You know, it's smooth, but it's not as smooth as I like it. So what I'm going to do is take some 4/0 steel wool and whirl it up and give it just a light hit on it, and then I'm going to start on my Axe abrasive sanding paste, and that'll be followed up by the polish. You guys help, get a chance, help the old axe people out. You know, it's just a husband and his wife doing this, and he tells me the business is not real good anymore. I don't know what the reason is, but it would be good if you'd help them out and maybe order you a little bit. Their prices are better than anybody else's, and their product, in my opinion, well, I can't really say that because I hadn't tried everybody else's, but it does the job. All right. I think it looks pretty nice. Feels pretty nice too. Beautiful, as a matter of fact, like a mirror, inside and out. Boy, that artificial rock in there sure does. All right, what it is, I took and mixed up a little bit of 30 minute epoxy and put some dye in it and colored it turquoise to match the stones around the front. And now what I'm doing, I'm lasering. I don't know if you can see this real good. This is my sample. Let me see if I can get in here. There you go. So I'm lasering that into it. What it's doing now. It's getting there. I got it on 50 centimeters a second, which is pretty slow. It burns deeper. I can see it's starting to burn it now. It's right at the W's there. Well, that's it. It's wrapped up. I think it turned out pretty nice. Got a real nice finish on it now. Of course, you have to attribute that finish to Axe Paste. It's got 3 to 4 coats of sealer, and then 2 coats of the wipe-on poly. And it's been buffed and sanded. It's got that inlay right there. That really turned out nice. It's a real super nice bowl. My wife likes it, so she's gonna keep it. Got a little problem with viewership, guys, so if you can help me out, I appreciate it. And in the comments, you know, anything you think I'm doing that I could do better or different, you know, make a suggestion, because I'm open to suggestions. I want to improve this. I mean, if I can't get my viewerships up pretty soon, I'm just going to park it. You know, there's no sense in doing this if nobody's looking at it. You know, I'll continue to make bowls and stuff like that. I just won't make videos because, you know, it's a lot of effort to produce a video to where it's uploadable. I mean, it takes me a good day and a half to do that. You know, I'm not fast. You know, I'm not real technical when it comes to that kind of stuff. I get it done, and probably not as well as I could, but I get it done. So anyhow, if you got any suggestions or you know anybody, let me know. I did notice though that some of my videos are beginning to pop up on the recommendations, so maybe whatever I did to YouTube, they got over it, or maybe I was under some type of suspension, didn't even know about it. I don't know. I do know that all of a sudden, way back, my viewership, you know, went from 10 to 2. That's just an example in a heartbeat for some reason I know nothing about. So anyway, there you go. I'm wearing that word anyway out, I know that. Call your mama, and I'll catch you on the next one.